I never intended or imagined that my life would bring a philosophy that could change lives and our world. But that is what has happened. And I also know that today is the day that I'm supposed to tell you that. We can think that things are happening in our lives or in the world accidentally. However, they are never doing that. It's just that we learn things and figure them out as we live, and some of us figure it out in different ways. When I started receiving Wilhelm in 1989, it was never my intention to even tell you that I was doing it because I was just looking for some help. And it was surprising to me that I made this connection with this intelligence that was giving me information that I couldn't understand. And it just kept happening, and I couldn't stop it. I had to keep doing it. But I still was really, how can I say it? I was intimidated by it almost. Because I said, people aren't going to believe it because I couldn't believe it. I'm moving through everything in my life. I'm starting to understand things in a way that others weren't. I was starting to see things occurring in our world. And then I started witnessing it with my clients as I was working with people, but I kept denying it. You might deny things about yourself, but you're probably in the place now where it's becoming more challenging for you to do that. We move through our lives and we go through a self actualization, self discovery, however you think of it, but also I think of it as an ascension process because that's what we're all doing right now, moving to a higher state of consciousness. And so it turns out that's what Wilhelm was giving me, and also explaining to us all that we have that gift that's within us that just needs to be developed. And if we were to do that, we would live a great life and then our world would change. I doubted all of that. See, that's what I was told in 2021. Wilhelm said, we've given you everything you need to know as you're moving through this really challenging time in your world, which will be in your life as well. But the more of you who can remember who you are and raise that your consciousness to this other state, you'll help shift the world. None of that made sense, and I kept denying it even after I saw the results of the people who had used this work. But then something else happened, and this was with the help of our technology, understanding things. So it turns out that Wilhelm had been giving me things in a quantum understanding of what was happening. I could never explain that to others, why I was making changes, why I was doing things before they were occurring. It's because that's what Wilhelm was giving me. And then they started to show me how it was really aligned with my birth chart. I've never studied astrology. I've never looked at that. I don't think anything about it. But then we start to understand that everything is energetically aligned, and this is why they were showing us the quantum field. How, if we could understand that maybe we've always existed, maybe every person had value and worth. And through me, they were giving us a way to understand that. And that's why they called it your life. The philosophy, they said, was your life operating instructions. They said because the world is going to move into this place, it's going to be uncomfortable, and you needed a new way of developing yourself and understanding who you are. And it came through me. And did I have to go through all of that? I'm saying this because you probably feel that you've moved through so many challenging things in your life, or probably this time in the world, but now you'll understand that it was all worth it because now you'll start to really evolve and expand and accept yourself. And I'm saying that because the message for tomorrow is you can accept your greatness today. That's what you'll see tomorrow because that's what I was given. You'll understand that when you see the document that I'm going to give you because it shows the alignment that Wilhelm was revealing through me. And when we come into alignment with why we are here, your unique path and your unique plan, you start to heal and you start to then give that to others. And that's what my life had become. Again, I could not have known this. You do not know what you have, and there's something within you that's meant to blossom and thrive. And I do know. But we can resist it. I resisted everything. I couldn't talk about it. Even with other channels. I'm just going to say that because channeling was never anything I was going to do. But now I can tell them because they didn't understand me. The groups that I'd worked with, I'll be doing another one in November because no one had given information in the way that Wilhelm did when it was timed to the events that are occurring in our world and gave us a new way of looking at ourselves and examining in our world. And that's the combination of understanding that we change emotionally, mentally, and physically based on what's happening in the outside of us as well, and the planets, the energies. But now we have more ways of understanding it, and Wilhelm gave us a blueprint. And that's exactly what it is, a blueprint for humankind. That's why I know that I have the path to your best life, because it doesn't matter who you are. If you're a human person, then you're always going to be expanding in your consciousness, and this work helps you accomplish that. You will understand more as you read the document. And regardless of what you might be experiencing in your life or witnessing in our world, we are here to create something much better, and that's what's occurring, and you're part of it. That's why you're here. Now you'll understand. See you soon.